check with item by item and
Yes, I
approve each
am.
item.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you. Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we're
did.
good.
I think she got you.
I just didn't know what. Thank you, Jody. Are these yours? They're not, right?
For the meeting.
Okay. Heffalump is not yours also. It can come visit you. It can come visit you. We don't know who's that belongs to. I'm gonna put it between us. How about that?
No,
Oh, it's, Bama at work. Bama at work. Listen, it's a stress. Oh. Somebody has adjusted my chair. Whoever brought that up. Chris, you're unplugged here. That work. We'll get in your email if you fight with it.
Do I need to write the numbers in? Of the resolutions and stuff? Probably. They're right here. It's supposed to be right. Okay, so this is mine, I can write on it? Perfect. Okay, that's what I
I
wanted to know.
believe so, I think everybody's got everything else they need.
Oh, these are nice motors. Oh, they got picked up. All right.
Super freaky up.
Wonderful.
Oh, really? What year was it? Oh, I don't know what year they are. Jane, do we know when we bought these?
I'm sorry?
Do we know when we bought these things?
Chase said they haven't, been used for 5 years.
Oh.
And they're taking, they have
They're
been.
huge, yeah.
They have been replaced and they are taking up space in our public works building. And we have somebody who has, wants them. I missed you today. Is it so sad? Are you okay, Larry? No, I know it. I've been worried about you. His grandbaby went to preschool. I know. And they don't come to story time anymore because you can still come, Larry. You're still welcome. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna call this pre-council meeting to order. Everyone's ready? Hope everyone's doing well. Thank y'all for coming this evening, out on this little chilly evening. We're gonna start by discussing the meeting agenda. is mostly concerns those ordinances and resolutions that are down at the bottom of your, agenda page. So we'll just kind of work our way through those and, move on to something else. And, resolution 2025-60 is abating the weeds on a property on Turner Drive. I'm sure we're all familiar with weed abatement. Any questions, comments?
What was the address?
That one is 4716, excuse me, Turner Drive. Mine says Eden.
Is it Eden or Turner? One says Eden
On
and
the
the other
agenda,
says
it says
Turner.
Eden.
There's two.
I have Eden and Turner.
There's two of them, two
Okay,
different ones.
well, one says 4716 Eden Drive, and it should be Turner Drive.
That's on the
60 is Turner, 61 is Eden.
the agenda says Eden.
60 says Eden.
Yeah.
Corrected it here.
And I have, right. We
Okay,
just
yes,
wanted
I have
self-lane.
6511 Self Lane, and then we just need to change that,
Eden to
Eden
Turner.
in resolution, we need to change that one to Turner. Okay.
Reason I brought it up, it's in my neighborhood.
There we go.
It is Turner, correct?
It's helpful,
Okay,
Brian, it's helpful to have.
Right. Turner
Personal
is
knowledge,
Turner,
isn't it?
Turner, right, okay, so
Agree,
change that.
agree. All right, and then we have, 2562, which is, declaring city, property as a surplus.
So right now, we're just declaring this as a surplus at this point, correct? That we're just declaring that we don't need it anymore?
Well, it also says that the mayor is hereby authorized to dispose of the property. Number 2,
Okay,
I would like to, go ahead and say that I would like to dispose of the property by donating it to Trafford, the city of Trafford. These vehicles, like I said, Chase said they haven't run in 5 years. The city of Trafford is in need of some mowers, and they think they can get them running.
have we checked on the, like, if we were to put these, cause I know I didn't realize these mowers were this nice. I mean, I know they're in bad condition, but I didn't realize they were this nice of a mower. Have we checked to make sure that, and maybe we should,
Do they run?
No. They need new tires, new belts, of course, new fuel, and they have already been replaced by us over 5 years ago.
Yeah, Nathan, you know more about this than I do.
I just
You're
didn't
having
realize
trouble
they
with it,
were-
I can tell.
Right. I just don't, can we, and this is probably a question for, Mr. Beard. Can we, if they have intrinsic value, can we just donate them to another city? Or do we have to put them up for sale? Do we even have the option to give them away?
I mean, sure, you can donate property. You may decide, well, how you want to dispose of it. Do you want to get an estimate or put it up for commercially reasonable value? Or, I mean, there's no prohibition against donating to another municipality that I'm aware of.
I just looked at them and I thought we were donating some lawnmowers that were, maybe a couple of $100. And I'm looking at this, and this is probably, I was trying to pull up on my phone to see what, my internet's not working well, but, this is probably, when we bought this mower, this is probably a $25,000 to $30,000 piece of equipment. Now, I know we bought them, we don't know what year we bought them in, but, I think we need to be careful about just donating them away, because that's money from the city's funds.
Okay, would you like to investigate that?
I'll be happy to try to look and see, I don't mind surplusing them out at all.
Okay.
I think that if it's been sitting there in the way for 5 years, we definitely don't need it.
Right.
But if it's something that's worth, you know, pittance amount of money, then, you know, sure, give it to another city that needs it. And Trafford is a close city, I can understand, you know, Pinson need it, they're a sister city, and, you know, but Trafford, I would say, is probably considered, would they be considered a sister city as well, being a couple cities away, or?
I don't know that that has any.
Does it
legal-
matter? Okay,
No,
okay,
I mean,
Okay.
you're donating it for a public purpose.
okay.
Um,
Even though the public's not in the city of Clay, it would
Right.
still be okay to donate?
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
I mean, you're not,
You can donate it to another public entity. with
And-
no
and it's
issue.
not a
If
problem?
you were donating it to an individual, then the rules are different.
Okay.
As long as it's a
Right.
public entity, you don't have any issue, but if you do it to an individual, then a whole different ballgame.
Sure. All right, we can move on to 2563. This is a resolution that authorizes the mayor to execute a professional service agreement for legal services with Massey, Stutzer and Nichols. This agreement comes as an Exhibit A, which is the agreement that I emailed you about a month ago. Nothing has changed, I just need to be able to sign that agreement.
Definitely.
That brings us to 2564. 2564 is a resolution repealing 2012-36 regarding the city manager position. You have any questions about that?
Yes, we still have a city manager, it's on vacation, correct?
I would say no.
You say we don't have a city manager on vacation,
I would say.
till May the 5th.
I would say that you have a city manager whose term ended with the prior council,
Okay.
who's burning PTO time.
Okay,
That would be my interpretation of
Okay.
where you are.
okay, so he's burning that PTO time is what you call it.
Right.
Okay.
And that's the phrase I'm using. It may
Okay.
not be, that may not be technically,
Technically, it's comp time.
So he's no longer an employee of the city of Clay.
he's no longer city manager per the statute that provides that a city manager's term ends with the council that appointed him.
Okay, so could this council reappoint him to the city manager position at this point in time?
The council has a prerogative, in my estimation, to appoint a city manager.
Okay.
That has certain legal challenges.
Okay.
And there's been recent litigation over those legal challenges, but a lot of municipalities are going toward city administrators rather than city managers to avoid those issues.
Okay.
Mr. Bearden, would you mind moving the microphone towards you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think they've changed laptops with me, because I can't log in. I was gonna try to do some research on that more.
I don't know about that. I can, Charles is not here till
Gotcha.
tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All right, so that's resolution 2564. That would repeal that city manager, rescind, excuse me, that city manager position. Then 2565 would create a new position of city administrator and treasurer and authorize the mayor to proceed with the hiring process.
When did we get these individual resolutions beforehand for? Cause I thought I looked at everything and I didn't see everything before I left.
It's about 5 o'clock.
About 5?
It was late.
Yes. I'm just gonna be honest, with it being so late, I haven't had a chance to read all this, it's just sitting here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
It-
need time to digest it, to be honest.
Okay,
I'll second that.
I have concerns with the position description.
okay.
If you look at what on, I guess it's page 3 maybe, or anywhere where it says minimum qualifications,
Yes, I changed that on mine, but I did not, go ahead, I'm sorry to interrupt.
yeah, 'cause based on what's printed on mine, we cannot hire anybody that does not have a bachelor or master's degree and is currently a CPA. If that's the minimum qualifications,
So that needs to be marked out and corrected with the word preferred.
preferred.
I'm respectfully asking that we table this until our next, city council meeting, and that I can have it, I'm speaking only for me, I can't speak for anyone else, but I need to have time to read this, I have not read any of this.
Okay, so 2565 will be tabled until next week, the 16th, excuse me. 2566 creates a new position of part-time communication specialist. Same thing, authorizing the mayor to proceed with the hiring process.
I would prefer to wait on that one to our next meeting, so I have a chance to read the actual position description.
Okay, that should have been sent to you a while back.
But I had questions about the salary, that was my only hang up with it.
Yes, and I think I responded, but, I can respond in an email much
Yeah, I
more.
saw, I read this and I was good with that, I just had questions about the salary.
All right.
There was a huge discrepancy in what we were paying beforehand, so I just need to know the difference, why the individual is gonna get the $200 more monthly than what we were paying previously. Cause I think we were paying about $1,500,
Correct.
$500 for the library, and $1,000 for the city hall.
Right,
So if we were gonna give that individual $2,000, that would literally be $500 more than we were paying prior for communication.
okay.
And is the, speaking on that, is the, what all did the advertising company, what all did the $1,500 include? Do we know, did it include our hosting and all of that as well? Or was the $1,500 that we're spending to Burton, was that just for the advertising? And is that $1,500 just for the advertising?
They were the ones who would update our website and update the library's website and update the social city of Clay page.
But they're also
And
hosting the sites as well, correct?
yes, but hosting is not that expensive. Even from what I've heard, and would be hearsay, that even the amount that they're charging us for hosting is a little bit excessive compared to other hosting sites.
I thought it was, looking at the, I don't know what hosting is, I've been out of the loop for quite some time, but that's what I said to you, is that, and I know it was, during a transitional phase, and so I can see someone in a transitional phase charging more than they should. I don't know what the number was they were charging
Right.
before.
Also, I know you have somebody in mind. Are we looking at other companies? Have we contacted any other municipality to see what they do with their website design or anything like that?
Several of them, do, yes, I did. Several of them, do farm it out.
Okay.
Hesitation with farming it out, and I think I sent y'all an email with, these are the reasons that I would like to see it in-house.
Mhm.
It's more personable, it's timely. If we want to, communicate effectively, we need to be able to get things out to people, in a timely manner. And the way that, one of the contracts that I had read, is once they got the website up and running, they would give us 2 hours a month of updating our website, which doesn't seem like much at all.
That was
Just 2 hours a month is all they would spend on it?
Yes.
Riverside Edison.
Is that the company that gave us the quote for the website? Is that the company that you sent us the quote for?
No, because, and the other thing is that they, several of them, they maintain the hosting rights
Mhm.
to the website. The person that or company I'm wanting to go with, we would own the website. It would be ours, and we would be able to host it through our DC IT network that is here
Through our
and
server that we
as
have here.
in-house, yes. We would have all the rights to the website.
Don't, so we have the domain name right now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And there was an outage last week, that several people noticed, and, we called Burton and checked with them, and that was, something going on with their server. And then this morning was the same issue, and I had Charles call again, forgive me, I don't remember the name of the company, but there was another issue with their server. And not a multi-state issue, not just a specific website, so, because I keep checking, is it our website? Because y'all are supposed to be hosting it, it should be up, and they keep saying, no, it's a problem with our server more externally than that.
Is
So
it,
going
is it
with this
AWS
person.
maybe? Did they say AWS? I know they had some outages recently. It's okay, as long as it was not them.
So going with this person, our IT department will be the ones that will be on our server.
Yes.
Going with this position.
Going with this position, because this individual will be able to oversee our server, and it wouldn't be on someone else's.
Okay, you're talking about the communications.
So that'll be a part of that position
Yes,
as
that would
well.
be a part of her position. She would be doing, the library. I mean, I'd also love to see us on Instagram for the library. I would also like to see a senior center page and more activity on Facebook and Instagram for the library. Not so much Instagram for the senior center. I think that's more of a Facebook page. Okay.
Have they built, I'm sorry to go back to this, but I'm just
No,
kinda,
that's fine.
I know you've got somebody in mind, have we seen have they built any websites or something we can tangibly see or
I could probably get some
examples?
references of those examples.
Yes, yes.
I do not have any yet to send you,
Okay.
but I can probably get some.
Right, I'd love to see that.
Okay. And are you on the communication specialist job? Is that what you're looking at? Or are you
Yes.
talking about a website? The
talk-
builder of the website is not the communication specialist.
Okay.
That's two different things, and we have not even discussed the
So we would have
website
to hire
creation,
other
and we
people.
have,
Okay.
right, and
So we would have to
we're not
purchase
discussing
that.
that tonight.
Okay.
The only thing is, once we get whatever job descriptions set, they need to go on our website.
Yes.
So our citizens will know that we are hiring, so if any citizens in the city of Clay looking for a job, they'll know that there's an opportunity, they can at least apply if they're qualified.
Yes.
Right. Is that position, if we do that position, is that something that this person would potentially be qualified to go ahead and build a full website for us?
Probably
I
not.
don't think so.
Probably
Okay,
not,
okay.
it's
It's
two
two
different
different-
skills.
Okay.
Different things.
All right, I just know they're monitoring the website and changing the website, so I didn't know if there would be.
One of the answers to your question, and I think when I sent you the email, I said that we were doing $1,800 for Burton, so that was incorrect.
Okay.
1,500 is correct.
Okay.
And so probably this position would be more of 1,800. What I want it to be is a contract position where we're not paying their taxes, anything like that. And so that's part of why that would be a little bit more.
I would observe that we're going to expect the occupant of this position to do much more than what we were paying $1,500 for last month.
Correct.
So
I agree.
I don't,
So that makes more sense.
I don't
No,
see
I
a
would-
I don't have a problem with the increased cost because the expectations are much higher.
Yes. And I like the contract because I don't think it needs to be an hourly position. And
No, we go
because
rent
a
a
lot
with it being a contract position, then once that contract is set up, we would get that contract back to be able to
You
go
to
through
approve that,
one.
approve that contract,
Yes.
yes.
And we've gotta be careful, I noticed in here it said 20 hours. If it's a contract position, we can't control
We
hours.
can't do hours, it's
If
just a
we're
flat fee.
controlling hours,
Okay.
then we have to
Making a
be an
totally
employee.
different.
All right, but it would still be listed as a part-time position.
Yeah, we can
or
list it
not?
as a part-time.
You
Okay,
could say part-time and not the amount of hours they.
Okay. all right,
It doesn't even, it really doesn't even have to be listed as part-time, you can just put, it, we don't care how long it takes them to do something. This is what we're paying, these are the tasks we want accomplished.
okay. I like that.
You don't have to worry about your part-time and your full-time if they're gonna be your employee.
Okay. Did we have any, comments, or excuse me, questions about the pre-council minutes or the city council minutes?
I haven't had a chance to read them.
Oh. Now, those came yesterday or the day before on the, in the pre-council packet. I don't think anything's changed on the pre-council minutes or the minutes of the,
You did,
city council minutes.
So this
you
is
did make
not in
a modification
file
in the
file.
minutes that I'd sent you about the, just a clerical thing. She did make,
Yes, we did.
just something got carried over with the council notes,
That it was Chris Nail.
Yeah, it was
who
Chris
doing
Nail
the-
about the student grants.
student
Something,
grants
something very
instead of
marginal, yeah,
Dr.
instead of
Rush, yes.
Dr. Rush, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Carla, what was your question?
Well, no, I think they just mentioned it. But I'm saying that these not coming at 5 o'clock, but you said they did not change.
Correct, they did not change from earlier, a day or two ago when they came in.
These are the original copies.
These are the
Okay.
originals with no amendments, except for the, that Mr. Nail was the one giving out the grants.
Okay.
We need to make the correction in the minutes because I stated that the library committee will be meeting at November 25th, but we changed it because we didn't have a meeting that day. Do we need to know that, or are we good with the meeting as is?
It used to be changed, even though you didn't meet, but it stated that you was going to meet.
Okay, so you need to eliminate that,
Yes, ma'am.
because that did not happen.
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted you to have it in there.
Right.
So either you do one or two things, which is probably best to leave it and make a correction saying that it did not happen. Leave it in
Won't have to
as
change
stated
it.
because it was stated, but then make the change sure that it was, did not take place. And you were notified in advance that it was not going to take place.
All right. Okay, if there's, let's see, is there anything else? I do have a guest this evening, and I appreciate your patience. I would like for Mr. Terrell West to come up for a minute. You'll come over here to the podium for me, so you can speak through the microphone. And it looks like you might even get a total of 5 minutes.
How everybody doing today? Good.
Would you mind stating your address, for the record?
My address is 640.
Oh, wait, stop, sorry, forgot. We're online, so that means you just have to write it down for me and
Write
then
it on the phone.
Oh.
we don't want people knowing where you live. I'm sorry, that's my fault.
On the record.
It's not Parks and Meeting, no, it hadn't been gone.
Okay. Yeah, we're not on the record.
Well, we're online though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's what I meant, we don't wanna say it online.
Alright, first of all, I just wanna say thank y'all for giving me a few minutes to express my passion and my care for this community, cause it means a lot to me. And also, Mayor, thank you for giving me this opportunity to help out, this great leadership that we have. Cause I'm proud of the Clay community. And just a short rundown on my experiences with Clay. I went to Chalkville Elementary, I went to Clay Middle School, I went to Clay High School. I played football and basketball at the high school. I was fortunate enough to win the state championship, and I also became the all-time leading rusher in school history. I was voted by my peers prom king and also homecoming king. Went on to play professional, and that's just a short, brief spiel of my accolades through this community. But most importantly, the most important part of my journey was being mentored. Coach Floyd was actually my 6th grade PE coach. So we started early. I've been knowing him since I was 10 years old. But that mentorship right there changed my life. And also I was able to gain that knowledge and mentor some kids in our community as well. For the reason why I'm here is I want to be a part of the relaunch. All right, we talked about we didn't have football last year, but you'll hear me say this all the time. You hear me say this. Me and my partner say it all the time. We want to create positive experiences. We want positive experiences for the kids, for the parents, for the coaches, and for the community. So that's one of our main goals. And just to spill, like I would say, football is not the main thing. I've talked to the band director. I've talked to the cheerleading coach. I've talked to the softball coach. We want to make a positive experience for everybody. When I go to Walmart, I see people that I went to school with that didn't play any sports, and they say, man, my time at Clay was great. I had a great time. So that's what we want to create. We want to create the blue crew at the younger kids, getting the kids involved. We have a lot of things in our program, which is called fundamentals. So we're teaching fun and teaching the fundamentals of the game. So we have a lot of different avenues. A kid might not be the best football player, but if you want to be around the game, it's a way that you can be around the game. And that's what we want to get them to see. Because I had a unique experience, but everybody's not going to go through my experience and not going to have the success that I had on the field. Who do we want to offer this to? We want to offer it to the kids in our community. We want to keep the kids in our community playing for our sports. So would that be Chalkville Elementary, Clay Elementary, Bryant Park? We thought of an idea, hey, if you play for Clay Sports, we're going to come to your school, we're going to take a picture of you, and we're going to put that online or whatever we need to do. But that's a way, and I talked to the band director at the middle school. I said, can you do me a report on who's in the choir and their behavior, right? So you got kids that's in the 6th grade that's having bad behavior because they're not a part of anything. So them kids that's in the band and that's in the choir, they're getting checked because they have somebody holding them accountable. So that goes back to those 6th graders need to be doing something in our school system. That way a coach can look out for them or anything like that. Another thing I would talk about, just about not having football last year, sports is one of our weapons against childhood obesity. I don't think we think about those things, but not having sports, it not only affected the players, it also affected the parents, it also affected the cheerleaders. So just being in the sun is so important, and moving around is so important. So it's things like that that we have to really think about. Okay, it's not just about winning championships. It's about building a healthier community through sports, through movement. Just back to fundamentals. So fundamentals also has a parenting piece, right? So we want to have championship players, but we want to have championship parents, right? So we're going to come up with a code of conduct. Hey, this is how you need to dress when you come to the field. You don't need to have any foul language going on, right? And if we investigate that and something goes on, we're gonna have to terminate you come to our park. So we have to have some sense of accountability. If we have some sense of accountability, we can hold people accountable, and this thing can grow. Also a part of that is coaches. So we have a coaches piece. So that's for the kids' safety. So we got to teach these guys and these women how to coach, how to properly coach. I got a physical educational degree. I was at Clay Chalkville Middle School. I was a PE coach over there. So teaching these guys what to do, all right, how to properly tackle, or what does a practice schedule look like? Making it professional, and that way our kids will have a great experience. And like I said, I'm thankful to be here, and like I said, I'm a product of this community, so I know how special it is. I tried to leave. I tried to go get some warm weather. It ain't good enough. I'd have been to Florida, but it's still, so I'm just pulling me back. I actually worked at the middle school this year, volunteered football. So I volunteered coaching for football this year. But like I said, this place is special to me. And me and Mary talk, we want everybody in the world to come here and say, hey, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Why is y'all use sports so good? Well, he'll go out playing right here. We'll put it right there and it's down on writing. And Coach Kerry Stevenson is one of my partners. He was at Alabama for 7 years coach. He worked under Nick Saban, and that speaks a lot. Nick Saban went out and hired him. He didn't go in, Nick Saban went out and hired him. So dealing with parents, that's where that piece gonna come in. And dealing with coaches, that's where that piece come in. Because he got a lot of experience. So like I said, I thank y'all for allowing me to come and speak. It means a lot to me. This community means a lot to me. Like I said, I try to lead. I can't lead, so keep pulling me back. So I appreciate y'all.
Thank you,
Thank
Terrell.
you.
Call our city council meeting to order. Do I have a volunteer?
Well, do you mind if I bring up a couple of housekeeping matters before you call
Yes,
the
go
meeting
ahead.
to order? I would suggest to the council that after the Pledge of Allegiance, on the agenda, that there be a motion to appoint our record keeper as special city clerk for the sole purpose of keeping records and attesting to any resolutions that may be adopted in this session. I would also recommend and suggest that the resolutions regarding the liens on property, that there be an opportunity under public hearings for any affected or interested party to speak to those issues.
Yes, sir. All right. I will start us off with a prayer. Lord Jesus, we bless your name. Holy and righteous God, we thank you for the privilege of self-governance. Pray, Father God, that you would bless this meeting, that you would bless those who are attending, that you would bless those, Father, who serve on this council in every way. We thank you for who you are and for that you loved us enough to make a way for us to be in community with you. May we honor that as we serve in community together here. In Jesus' name, amen. Attention, salute, pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I make a motion that Christy Howell serve as our clerk and attester. Is that the right word? Special clerk, thank you. To attest to these documents that we will be signing this evening.
Can she make that motion or do one of us?
I think one of us need to.
I'll make that motion.
Yep.
Thank you, Jody.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You need roll call.
Roll call, he says.
Roll call, that's my turn. Mayor Anderton,
Yes. Jody Harris,
Yes.
Chris Nail,
Yes.
Orletta Rush,
Yes.
Nathan Thompson,
Yes.
Carly Youngblood.
Yes.
That motion passes. Unanimous. So now I can accept a motion to approve the minutes of the pre-council and regular council minutes, except for the changes that we made. Is that what I say?
I make a motion that we accept the pre-council and regular council minutes with the corrections and accommodations that have been placed in those.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? So now I can accept a motion of the approval of the agendas, the meeting agenda.
I make a motion that we modify tonight's meeting agenda to remove resolution 2025-62, resolution 2025-64, resolution 2025-65, resolution 2025-66.
Oh, wait a minute. You're not rescinding 64?
I thought I said 64. Sorry.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's the.
You want that one tabled as well?
The city manager.
Yes.
Yes, I'm making a motion to remove 2025-64 as well. So 62, 64, 65, and 66.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Roll call.
Roll call, thanks
There's no
Jody.
discussion.
We roll call that, okay. All right, bear with me. All right. Mayor Anderson, does she vote? Mayor Anderson, yes?
No.
Jody Harris,
Yes.
Chris Nail,
Yes.
Orletta Rush,
Yes.
Nathan Thompson,
Yes.
Carly Youngblood.
Yes.
Now I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda, which is our check register. I would like to say, you brought up a good point, Nathan, Burton Advertising.
Uh-huh.
This one, I would like this struck from the consent agenda until I do a little bit more research, because, like you said, as of November 30th, they were no longer going to be, our host, they were only going to be hosting, and they would not be
Right, so they
do
sent us
their full 1,500. We should get a check for them for 300, not 1,500. So I'm removing that check from the consent agenda.
Can we get that
You
number?
don't have that on the,
We don't have.
you don't have that.
I've got a printout of the consent agenda here. It's big.
It is big.
Take your time.
You can find it and circle it.
I'd also like to, I'd like to remove check number 160-046, Boys and Girls Club of Alabama. I'd like to remove that from the consent agenda.
This one was in the file.
I think I remember seeing it on here, Jane, but,
We already did that.
Is the check number not?
oh, there
on
it
the
is,
check?
there it is, there it is.
Letter in the mail.
So the,
We didn't not know check.
Check number for Burton is
10658.
106, and then there's another line item for Burton, 102, so 16058, and then 1025150. And Jody, what was the number, the one that you?
16046.
I believe that's correct.
So that line item 16046, I don't know if we need to, there's another, the number under it, do we need to?
No, I don't think those numbers are what you're calling.
We just need to take off the 16046, is that correct?
I don't know what you're looking
Okay,
at.
yeah,
I'm
let's
sorry.
let the. Okay. So here's the number, he's wanting this one removed, it's that check number. So do we just need to remove the line item number?
With the decimal?
I don't know, it's got a number and there's a decimal place behind it, yes.
I
You
would think
understand
that
my
would be-
question?
I would think that would be the
Well,
check
this is-
number, because they're sequential.
Okay, so is this maybe invoice number? Cause Burton has got So just this check, so that's the check number, 16058 and 16046.
Yes.
Okay, all right. There we go. All right, Jody, that's 16046 and 16058.
5/8, okay.
Well, I'm just gonna do this order together. Okay, with
So is
those,
that
with
check?
those removals.
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as modified.
Second.
Got a roll call?
Yes, it's financial.
So sorry, hold on. Motion, as corrected, all right.
And those numbers are, here's those numbers for the notes right there.
I got them, I got the numbers.
Okay, good.
All right,
Go
thank you.
ahead.
All right, Mayor Anderson. Yes. Jody Harris,
Yes.
Chris Nail,
Yes.
Orletta Rush,
Yes.
Nathan Thompson,
Yes.
Carly Youngblood.
Yes.
All right, we have any reading of petitions? I don't think so. And we'll move on to public hearings.
We forgot to move those two. I make a, sorry,
Do
we haven't moved those things to public hearing yet.
well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
So
we need to
we're
make,
under-
somebody needs to make a motion to move those to public hearings and adjust the Turner Drive.
All right,
Make a motion that we move all of the ordinance and resolutions to the consent order with the accommodation of, transferring Eden Drive to Turner Drive.
Second.
okay, so we're correct, Is anybody here to speak on either of those, abatement liens? Then we can move on and enter into unanimous consent? Or do we have any public comments? I haven't received any papers. Okay. I'm sorry, I just totally skipped your committee report.
Mhm.
Thank you. We'll get there, golly gee. Okay, so first of all, it's my turn, right? Congratulations, Cougars. Woo! We're all excited about that. They really made us proud, and I know that they will continue to do that in all of the good places that they're gonna get to go and the opportunities they're gonna get to have, through their hard work. Christmas parade, 10 o'clock, Saturday morning, start at the high school. If you're gonna be in the parade, what time do we need to be there to line up?
So I sent out an email yesterday asking that everybody be in the back parking lot of the high school as early as 8:15, stopping at 9, so that we can make sure everybody is safely where they need to be. I also let everybody know that is participating, that extra friends and family cannot park in that back parking lot. Due to me having students from Bryan Park, Chaucer Elementary, and Clay Elementary, I need to make sure that space is safe for them to move around. So the only vehicle should be back there is floats, and that's it. But we will start off on Cougar Drive, coming out to the right, and go all the way around. And so all
Alright.
of that seating will be available.
Looking forward to a great parade. Mr. Harris?
All right, first, we have a representative from the fire district, Fire Chief Brandon Dolan. They can, give you a few notes from that. And our Sheriff's Department representative is here also, after Chief Dolan.
Good evening, Brandon Dolan with Centerpoint Fire District. I have a quick report for the month of November. The fire district responded to a total of 886 incident responses for the month. That breaks down in just a couple of categories I'll share. 24 of those were fire related, and of which 3 of those were actually structure fire, which was a fire inside of a building or a dwelling. 529 of those were EMS calls, and 338 of those were transported EMS calls. So for the month of November, we participated in a hero day with Center Point, and then Veterans Day celebrations as well. Again, we assisted with the game standby at Clay Chalk High School for the, as they journeyed through the playoffs. And again, they won the championship this past week, so we're glad to be a part of that as well. Training for the month, we have introduced some EV blankets for fighting and combating fires involving EV batteries, electric vehicles. So this is something challenging for the fire service right now. These lithium-ion batteries, they're hard to extinguish. They take hours sometimes and thousands of gallons of water. So right now, the best technology we have is to cover it with a big blanket and try to cool it off until we can get enough water on it. We also had 2 of our new hires that completed recruit school, and we continued our CERT training with our group in the Center Point area that is volunteers, roughly 40 guys that are willing to help out in times of emergency through the EMA. So they've completed their community emergency response training, and we're continuing. And then finally, November 25th, that morning we had that storm surge that came through. You guys probably saw that, trees down, power lines, and a little bit of storm damage on the Pinson end. But other than that, that was all we really had for the month of November. Any questions?
Thank you.
Evening.
Good evening.
Sergeant Austin, one of the supervisors out here on the evening shift in Center Point. Just giving you a quick calls for service for the week of November 29th through this December 5th. We had a total of 7 calls investigating complaints for that week, 7 traffic stops, 7 burglar alarm calls, 4 traffic accidents, and 2 city ordinance violations. So for that week, we had a total of 44 calls for that week. That's really about it. Any questions?
Is that like about an average week?
Yeah, about an average week, 44 calls compared to anywhere else. It's like
That is just for the city of Clay?
correct.
Okay. What were the ordinance violations, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
not sure. what
Okay,
it is.
okay.
I'm not sure. I just know that they had the violation, but I think it's Nolan, Deputy Nolan. He normally works
Okay.
out here, but he's not here today. So.
Okay, okay.
Did you
Just
ask
curious.
what the ordinance violations
Mhm.
were? Did they tell me? Because I was.
No, no, he didn't. He didn't.
I don't know what they
Well,
were.
we want to know.
I think if I had that come up again, I'll make sure I find it.
Yeah, we'd like to know that.
Oh, just a heads up out there, there's a speed camera in Center Point in front of Irwin Elementary. And the reason I know this is my next door neighbor got hit 3 times in 2 weeks.
Tell them to
Be
slow
real
down.
careful going down that hill. One other thing for the council, the Center Point Fire District will have our annual Christmas party and award ceremony Saturday night at 6:30 at Grayson Valley Country Club. You are all invited. You can bring your spouse or anyone else you wish to.
Thank you.
6:30 Saturday night, Grayson Valley.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Nail?
Yes, indeed. Quick, got the award winners for our grants for November, and I'm just gonna read them out. Clay Elementary was Sydney Miller. Bryant Park Elementary was Pamela Johnston. I have trouble getting grants at Clay Chalk Middle, so I need to, anyway, so I'm just gonna give it to Mr. Wilson. He can probably give it to who he needs to give it to. And then, the high school was, Justin Haney received those 500 grants. So we'll get those processed and get them to them as soon as we can.
All right. Dr. Rush?
All right, we, at the school board today had the mayor's luncheon, to build a relationship with the 22 mayors that serve in the Jefferson County School District area. Our own mayor was there along with 18 other mayors that were there out of the 22. So the big overall arching, theme was the connection that the communities can do with the public schools. So it was a really great occasion. We got an opportunity to see a presentation from our superintendent to let them know what the schools how schools can benefit from community connection. Also, just want to let you know that Grace Klein will have non-perishable boxes The mayor has also worked to get those, put in designated areas, and one will be at the library. So you'll be able to go in and make those donations to be able to provide to, those that are less fortunate than we are. And that's all that I have.
Okay, and, on the Grace Klein barrels that they'll be leaving, non-perishable foods, diapers, wipes, shoes, clothes, household items, cleaning supplies, school supplies. They take all kinds of things, and, we're hoping to work, more and more often with Grace Klein. They do some great work, mostly on the other side, what I call the other side of the world, over in Bessemer, but we're hoping to lure them over this way. So, because there are lots of people in our community who could benefit from many, many of their services. And they also have barrels, by the way, in our local schools.
Yes.
So if you have children who are going to those schools and they've outgrown their shoes, they can toss them in that barrel.
And just know that our school system, even though we have the CMP program that provide meals, a lot of times that food, what is not utilized is usually disregarded. Some of that food is also donated to Grace Kleins from the school system, and they utilize that food to be able to help the less fortunate as well. So they do that at the Trustful City Schools, Hoover City Schools, Vestavia City Schools, and also Jefferson County.
Yes. All right. Mr. Thompson?
So I did find a little bit of information on those mowers, and, it looks like they, I haven't done a lot of research on it, I've just done it online just for the last few minutes, so looks like we need to possibly look into those mowers. They might be worth, $1,000, couple $1,000 a piece, so
Okay.
just by
Well,
what I'm seeing online, so.
That's tabled till.
Right, no, I know it is, but, also, one big thing is that, it's been brought to my attention that there's a known hunter in the area that's got lease rights to a lot of properties, that's been potentially accessing the property through the DYS project, to go back and hunting, and I'm trying to find out some more information about that and figure out exactly what's going on. And I don't know if anybody knows, if anybody's given him rights to be back there or not, but I know that this is something that was brought to me by I believe a reliable source, a reliable authority
Yes,
about this, so.
and he has my permission to be out there. I talked to the game warden, and the game warden, number one, he, does not hunt with, bullets, guns, anything like that. I talked to the game warden, and the game warden, spoke very highly of him, said he had never had an issue with him, that he had always been very helpful. And that as far as the state of Alabama was concerned, I had the purview to say yes or no to that, him being on that property.
Okay, is this not a person that has been asked to not be on that property before?
Well, that was a
That
previous
was my
administration,
understanding, but did the state not?
No, that's not
okay.
what the game warden said.
Okay, so have we given this gentleman hunting rights and access,
He does
private
not have
access to
hunting
the
rights
property?
he does not have hunting rights on the DYS property, no.
Okay, but he does have private access to get into the DYS
To
property?
get through it, yes.
Is that not creating liability for us?
Yes,
That's my only concern.
yeah.
So if he wrecks and hurts himself, who's liable?
The city of.
My concern is, did we, forget the game board, did we get approval from DYS to do that? Because they have to approve everything we do on that property.
And I know
On that
that I
contract.
mentioned one time about having it sublease, and I just know that part is in there, so subleasing, but I didn't know if we had.
I thought the lease said that they had to approve any action we took on the property before we took it.
That was the sublease portion.
We'll have to go back and look at that contract, I guess.
So this, let me kind of reel it in a little bit. So this citizen has access rights to our gate to access through our property, is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I would think that would be a major liability issue. I mean, if something happens to him, that's what I'm hearing.
That's the biggest concern.
Yeah, so I don't know that this individual needs to be on that property. Thoughts on it, I mean, y'all tell me, am I missing something?
If the individual gets hurt from the property, that's on us.
Right.
That's our liability.
Right.
And I realize he's got hunting rights to other properties, but the other properties, there's other access points to that property. To the property where the hunting, I've looked at the tax maps of where the hunting area is.
Okay.
And there's a lot easier way for him to get access to the property. The property that he has hunting rights to, is 3M subsidiaries. It's, I believe that one of the owners is Rex Norris, I believe is his name. They own a ton of property in the area. And, it butts up to the back of Steeplechase. And there's a lot of undeveloped lots in Steeplechase where his access would be just 75 or 100 feet. Whereas to get access, he's having to traverse the entire DWAS property to get access to his hunting property. So
Okay,
he's going
so-
over 500 acres versus his easier point of access would be through an individual landowner. And I think it's,
Okay, shall we have that conversation with him, you and I?
I think it needs to be had as far as letting people access the property that are, if we're gonna let one person access the property, we need to let everybody access the property. And we've all been out there, we know that it's, the sections where the buildings are, it's dangerous to access
Correct.
down there. And so I just don't want somebody getting in there and, I don't know if he's riding a four-wheeler, I don't know all the details on what he's doing back in there. I understand he's a bow hunter, but those bows have razor blades on the end of the arrow tips, and they go, if he misses, it could go a quarter of a mile. So it could be a huge, even if he's not on our property, if it butts up to some of the other property, we gave him access to that. So I just see that as a potential huge liability.
The property is not open to the public, so
Right.
that means none of them.
Right.
All right.
But I'm happy to meet
Okay.
anytime.
We'll do that. Sure enough. Ms. Youngblood?
Good evening, everyone. One thing I'd like to say, today I obtained a copy of the 23-24 audit report, and I did that for the intent of, we're in the process down the city of Clay of having the current audit for the 24-25 year. That way, until we get an actual administrator or whatever we end up hiring at that level, I will be able to assist and understand exactly what's going on with the books. So I'm in the process of reviewing that, so when it's time to review the audit, I can sit with the mayor and we can go through it and I have a clear understanding of it. That's it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, that does bring us to unanimous consent. Am I correct?
Yes.
Can I do these out of order? Because I would like for Hunter to come up and tell me about the P and Z recommendation before we enter into that. Maybe just the address?
Hunter Marola, Building Inspector, Zoning Officer. Thursday before Thanksgiving, Planning and Zoning met to discuss zoning ordinance at the address of 6323 Clay Palmerdale Road. And they unanimously approved this recommendation. And I have the agreement signed between me and the owners. And it lays out everything the board agreed to as far as the agreement and what they have to do.
And what was the agreement? Why do we need the variance?
They're wanting to build a new house on their property, and they're gonna live in the current house until completion.
they have 30 days after getting their CO until they have to demo the property.
Is that starting demolition or finalizing demolition?
What do you mean by that?
The 30-day timeframe.
After they get the CO and move in, they'll have 30 days to start the demolition.
To start the demolition,
Yes.
okay.
Anything else?
No, thank you very much. All right, so now do I have a motion to enter into unanimous consent?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Roll call.
Roll call.
And who seconded, I'm sorry?
I did.
You did, thank you. All righty, roll call. Mayor Anderson,
Yes.
Jody Harris,
Yes.
Chris Nell,
Yes.
Orlando Rush,
Yes.
Nathan Thompson,
Yes.
Carly Youngblood.
Okay,
that's
so
unanimous.
we're approving, resolution 2563 that authorizes the mayor to execute a professional agreement for legal services with Massey Stutzer and their firm.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve resolution 2025-63 authorizing the mayor to execute professional agreement for legal services with Massey Stutzer.
Second.
Okay, you guys are going fast, you're getting it done. Mayor Anderson,
Yes.
Jody Harris,
Yes.
Chris Nell,
Yes.
Orlando Rush,
Yes.
Nathan Thompson,
Yes.
Carly Youngblood.
Yes.
All right, I've got a planning and zoning recommendation for that zoning variance at 6323 Palmerdale Road.
I make a motion, we approve the zoning variance for the property at 6323 Page Palmerdale Road as per the agreement with Mr. Hunter.
Second.
Mayor.
All right, Mayor Anderson,
Yes.
Jody Harris,
Yes.
Chris Nell,
Yes.
Orlando Rush,
Yes.
Nathan Thompson,
Yes.
Carly Youngblood.
Yes.
Okay, we need to open a bid for demolition of 5975 Shane Circle. I currently only have one bid tonight. The bid for complete demolition and cleanup of structures at 5975 Shane Circle is $23,635 from Mr. Miley. So, do we accept this bid? Is that I make a motion that.
I make a motion, we accept the bid.
All right, I'm sorry, who seconded?
Paula.
Orlando, thank you. All right, Mayor Anderson,
Yes.
Jody Harris,
Yes.
Chris Nell,
Yes.
Orlando Rush,
Yes.
Nathan Thompson,
I abstain.
ooh, abstain, thank you, Carly Youngblood.
Yes.
We need to vote on, 2560 and 2561. You held a public hearing, but we hadn't voted.
Thank you.
I thought we moved those two public hearings.
She held a public hearing.
We still gotta vote on
Okay.
it.
All right, so I have resolution, can I do them both at the same time?
No.
No. Resolution 2560 to approve abatement liens, on 4716 Turner Drive.
Mayor Anderson, I, make a motion that we accept resolution 2025-60 for abatement for, 4716 Turner Drive.
All right, Mayor Anderson,
Yes.
Jody Harris,
Yes.
Chris Nell,
Yes.
Orlando Rush,
Yes.
Nathan Thompson,
Yes.
Carly Youngblood.
Yes.
Resolution 2561.
I make a motion, we approve the abatement liens on 6511 Self Lane.
Second.
Mayor Anderson,
Richardson? Yes. Jody Harris?
Yes.
Chris Now?
Yes.
Orletta Rush?
Yes.
Nathan Thompson?
Yes.
Carly Youngblood?
Yes.
Our next meeting, because of the holidays, will be next week on the 16th.
Hang on.
Oh,
I've got something I need to ask about.
yes, sir.
On the check that I had poured out for Boys and Girls Club,
Mm-hmm.
my understanding is the prior council approved that check and it was held and voided. And then after consulting with the Boys and Girls Club, they did in-kind work to clear some property for them. And for a cost of a little over $6,000. And so that check should not have been issued.
Okay, I can't find that in the check record that was done that way. That's not in our QuickBooks, and the only thing that we can find on that contractor for trees, at that time, and I've got that piece of paper up here somewhere, was for $14,500, and it's listed as Bryant Park Elementary School.
Question 2 is, why was that check not signed by a second, Miss Dr. Rush? Why was it only a
Okay.
single signature?
So why was it even cut? What brought it to your attention?
That it was a voided check that, the prior administration had, approved and was on their consent agenda in July.
I know, but what brought it to your attention to say I need to cut this check?
The voided check.
So did we go back and reissue all voided checks? Or that was the only one?
Well, we made a commitment as a city to give $5,000 to the Boys and Girls Club this summer, and we did not keep that commitment. From what I could tell.
Right.
As we looked in the books, in the QuickBooks, it's not listed there. We looked under Brian's tree service to see when this was, and this is the only one. So there's not a check for Brian's tree service that says for the Boys and Girls Club property, or for $6,000. So I felt it was important for the city to keep its word to Boys and Girls Club. Regarding signatures, the bank does not require 2 signatures on a check. That is a check and balance for the city. And moving forward in the future, I will make sure that I communicate that to you, and that I am a better communicator to each of you going forward in the council. I will make sure that I communicate to you what I'm doing and why.
And Mayor Anderson had a conversation with me on Saturday and
Yeah, because we have to prove every dollar that leaves this building, right?
Right.
Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. So when we don't know about that particular incident, it raises a big time red flag, so that's.
You said it's a check and balance, or is it a resolution or something in place, or ordinance or something in place to say that we have to have 2 signatures? Or that's just our personal?
I think that might, and I don't know, we have to research that.
I'm asking.
It might be a city ordinance that it has to have 2 signatures. We need to look that up.
According to the person who's been the clerk for 13 years, that's not had to be the case.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'd like to know that for sure.
So wait a minute, I'm confused now. I understand the bank won't require 2 signatures,
Right.
but I thought our city policy required 2 signatures on every check.
That's what I thought as well.
And that's what I was asking, because I didn't know.
So, I mean, I don't care what the bank does, we should not issue a check that does not have 2 signatures on it.
In the future, that will be the case.
Can we do more research on what, I know that a lot of us weren't here, but what actually happened with that? Because I don't know if I've been given bad information, wrong information, we've been emailing back and forth. So I don't know if I've got bad information, and is there any way to find out what actually happened?
Yeah, we had a conversation, obviously, the Boys and Girls Club felt like they hadn't been paid if they received a check. But if that's the same people that are being dealt with earlier, it may be somebody different in place, and they thinking, oh, I'm getting a check.
Well, but the Boys and Girls Club did not come to us, correct?
When,
No.
what do you mean?
No.
For this $5,000, did you found it in the register as a voided check, and we went to the Boys and Girls Club, correct? Or did the Boys and Girls Club
No, the
come
Boys
to
and Girls
us?
Club they did not come to us.
Okay, so we just said, okay, it looks like it hasn't been paid, and trying to do the right thing.
Correct.
We went and paid the check, not knowing that, or not understanding that we may have done this other work for them, which is $14,000 there's a lot of confusion on that too, because if that's the number, that's not the number that I agreed to when we agreed to, right, no, I know, it's not even close.
Well, and it doesn't say Boys and Girls Club, it says Bryant Elementary School.
Right, well, I know the work was done right there at Bryant. Let's see, cut down trees and underbrush beside entrance road. Yeah, that's where the work was done, on the clean up debris, but this is a huge difference between $5,000 and $14,500, so.
Well, and if you're looking at the where it is in question, yes.
Right,
Agree.
oh, sure, yeah, absolutely, so,
So I can only go with what the record says.
right, and I think we need some research in this to find out if something was done. With this right here, it looks like something may not have been done properly back in, several months ago, so 3-4 months ago, almost.
Well, that $5,000 could have been rolled into that $14,000 to clear that property. That may be what the Boys and Club asked us to do an in-kind service rather than giving them cash.
Right, that was what I was told, is we did an in-kind, and I know it was discussed, but that, moving an in-kind from $5,000 to $14,000 is
A tad different.
more than a tad, 3 times.
I have no answer for that. I was not in office.
Right, that's something we
So,
definitely need to get the city attorney
The
investigating.
16th of December is our next meeting, next week. And if we have nothing else, I would call for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for your kind attention this evening. Stay warm.
Well, as we sang it, yeah.
Accept the member. Those in favor say aye, and of course there is no opposition.